Put your best foot forward to supersize grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. This is a little right shoe for a right foot, meaning we put our best foot forward, our predominant foot, the foot that we're most coordinated with. It's like being right-handed or left-handed. There's a lot of talk about and around this particular idiom that it came from, and this isn't true, but we'll share it anyway because it's funny, that it came from the practice of curtsying or bowing when you met someone of power or when you met someone of royal standing. How well you curtsied, how well you bowed often depended on whether you put your best foot forward or not. And it used to be believed that people that were left-handed or their left foot was their predominant foot, that they were in some way not as powerful or as prestigious as people that were right-handed and right-footed. I think there's still some of this prejudice today. I've got a left-handed brother-in-law, and he says that people that are left-handed are in their right mind, and I would agree with him. But this idiom is actually attributed to Sir Thomas Overbury. In 1613 he used it, and it's been of course used probably thousands, if not tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of times since then. It actually means that this idiom encourages us to put forth our best, most positive effort and to put into everything that we do the best that we have to offer. Now, I don't know if it has to be the best, but since it's saying your best foot forward, it is your best. It's your best efforts. So how do we do this as we're growing and building and supersizing our business? And why is that important? I would say, number one, it's important because we want to do things that are in alignment with who we are, with our core values and our core goals. And I work with only people that want to make the world a better place and want to have a positive impact on other people's lives in the world. And so that is my predominant belief and philosophy about business and about life. You get out of life what you put into it. So you might as well put your best effort and your best foot forward in order to get those types of returns for your time and energy and money and resources invested. So this idiom always reminds me to think about leadership and how as leaders, that is a great way to put our best foot forward. There are people that are managers that are great with details and things. There are people that are leaders, and some people are a combination of both, but true leaders set the direction for their organization. They create the vision, they paint the vision, and they encourage and they repeat it often and bring other people into the vision of what it is they're trying to create in the world. Leaders be themselves. They're authentic. I'm saying, let's talk about good leaders, right? There are bad leaders. We all know examples of that. And there are good leaders. But I always like to focus on the positive. So let's think about good leaders as I'm talking about leadership today. They be and they set the example. They treat people the way they expect and want and deserve to be treated, right? We've all worked with people or been associated with people or met people or actually observed people behaving in ways that make us actually blush and cringe for them because they're behaving in a way that's so outrageous and so outlandish. I remember traveling with one of the companies I worked for in corporate America, and one of the salespeople was so terrible to everybody that we interacted with. It was cringeworthy to travel with him. I only made a couple trips with him, and then I'm like, I'm not traveling with this particular salesperson ever again because it just rubbed me the wrong way, how he treated other people. And guess what? That's how he treated our customers as well, which wasn't okay. We want to focus on what matters as leaders and make sure that we're measuring the things that matter. We want to make sure that we're leading by example and not expecting people to do things that we tell them to do, but we are not ourselves setting the example of and doing. There are a lot of dualistic leaders out there that say, people who report to me do this, and this is how I will be compensated, but this is how we're going to compensate you. And I have totally different expectations for you than I do of myself. It doesn't fly with raising children, and it doesn't fly with building an organization and supersizing it either. So I would love to know your take on this particular idiom, put your best foot forward. How do you go about doing that in your business? One of the ways we do it in my business is we make sure that we're setting the example. We make sure that we're being leaders. We make sure we're holding ourselves accountable and being personally responsible for the things that we say that we're going to and do, and that we do those things. We keep our word. We treat our people the way we want to be treated. We especially treat our customers, and we pay attention to their experience and the way they want to be treated. So how do you do that in your organization? Share in the comments below, and I'll of course be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how might you use it to supersize and grow your business right now? Have an awesome day.